I got inspired to offer scalp care services in my salon when I saw the head spa. I saw it back in like I want to say late 2018. And my sister-in-law sent me a video of someone performing this head spa service. And I was like, ooh, that looks so cool. I like that. And then I saw that they did the microscope. And I was like, okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a microscope involved in this. And it instantly, the scientist in me was like, I got to do this. I have to do this. This is so cool. This is so profound. It's so amazing. I really didn't understand the value of the head spa service when I first started offering it. I just thought that I was going to be adding a new service to my salon menu. I didn't realize that it would actually be the service that helped me just revolutionize the beauty industry and change how healthy hair is the pathway to that journey, and also start preventative care. So that is what inspired me to start offering the scalp care services in my salon. Before I start offering scalp care services to my clients, my revenue was good. I was happy with it. I was happy, brought myself down to two days a week. I was probably generating a good $50,000 a year. That was okay for me because, I have my husband and we were, and I was raising a baby and I didn't have to pay for daycare. I didn't have to pay for daycare. So I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. And then once I started incorporating the head spa services to my salon menu, my revenue doubled, because what I realized was that every service that I offered could use a scalp care component to it. So my silk presses could use a scalp care component to them. If I'm doing a sew-in, they need a scalp care component to them. Like it was like a aha moment. I didn't realize how valuable the scalp care services were when it comes to revenue generation, but it's not just revenue generation that's valuable when it comes to scalp care. I mean, my clients reap the benefits. They get a massage chair, their hair is more hydrated, their hair is growing longer, even longer than what it was before. And I was like, okay, so I just made this problem for myself because, the longer the hair, the longer it takes. But either way, that was like the main thing that changed for me. Before I started offering the head spa, I made revenue, but not as much that I could generate with offering that service to my clients. The first scalp care service that I added to my salon menu was the head spa. Clients loved it. Like I had people flying to me I had a young lady from Florida. I had somebody from Detroit drive down. That was when I knew that I'm like, this is the shit. Okay. People like this service. I realized that it was a wonderful service, a wonderful experience, great relaxation with the scalp massage and all of that. But I really wanted more for my clients. I wanted them to understand not just the relaxation component of the head spa service, but also how much value it is for their scalp health, how this could change the game of how soon their hair falls out when they get older. If their parents had alopecia, if they have alopecia, I realized that I could provide them with preventative solutions. I could help my clients maintain the hair that they had on their head currently for longer. Not just relaxation. It became something so much more than that for me. And that is what created this scalp care certification program. This is what created me understanding the value in it, because I felt like other stylists were just using the head spa as relaxation and not the other benefits, because they didn't maybe understand all of the intricacies of scalp health. Maybe they don't want to learn. They didn't want to learn at the time how to perform a proper scalp massage when you're doing the head spa, or how to use essential oil therapy to help alleviate some of the symptoms that come along with alopecia, that come along with psoriasis or eczema. So that is what really got me looking. That was the first service that I added to my salon menu. And that's what got me starting to offer the head spa and teaching classes. I started seeing a financial difference in my business immediately. It was immediately. I literally, because it was a service that I didn't offer before. So just imagine you're not doing something and then you start doing something and then people actually want that service. So I didn't only get new revenue, I got new clients, new people who wanted me to service them. Now that comes with its own set of problems, because I don't do no one night stands. I like to deal with people for a long extended period of time. We need a hair care journey. So we had to start incorporating extensive consultations and vetting clients because of adding the head spa to our service menu. But that is a good problem. That was a good problem for me, because I know I had a lot of clients, but I never had so many clients that I had to start telling people no. You know what I mean? And just so it was great to be able to see the financial difference immediately. And it wasn't like this big thing. It was just, okay, I got an extra head spa this month, my first month. Oh my God, that's an additional $250. And then it was like, oh my God, I got 3 head spas. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that's $750. You know what I mean? And then it was like, oh, wait a minute, this month I did 4 head spas. That's $1,000. And then it was like, oh, now I'm doing 6 and 8, and now I'm doing a head spa 4 times a week. Like it just gradually started increasing in a way I did not expect. And then it was just like, okay, I'm booked, and I'm loving this. I can't even believe it. It's amazing. I'm like, I gotta tell somebody. I gotta let stylists know that this is available. This is the bomb.com. This head spa service is amazing. And I think it was really good because it came with all of these the perks of what it looks like. That matters. You know, that really, really matters. People like the halo sprayer, but really behind the scenes, that halo sprayer is amazing for hydrating the hair. So that is how long it took me to see the financial difference in my salon. The scalp care service that generates the most revenue for me right now is using that halo sprayer, that hydration treatment, the hydration portion of it, because every time that my clients get a shampoo, they get that hydration treatment. That allowed me to increase my base service price. So when my clients first started coming, they were paying, I think, $80 for a silk press. My silk press went up $70. So it went up to $150 per silk press because every client was getting this halo sprayer. Now, I know some people was like, you don't need to do a halo sprayer on every client. But what I realized was that halo sprayer added so much value to the hair itself. Like when I didn't use it, the hair wasn't as hydrated. The conditioner wasn't evenly distributed through the hair. It didn't feel as soft. And so I realized that everybody needs this. Everybody needs the halo sprayer. And that is one of the biggest things. It literally changed my service price for the base service price. Not in addition to, this was exact with the silk press cost. You know what I mean? So that was super, super valuable. So every time I do a shampoo now, I used to charge like $25-$50. If you want to just come in and let me, shampoo, and because you want to go get your hair done somewhere else or whatever, that's fine. But that service for me now is $100 because just to get your hair shampooed, conditioned, blow dried is $100, because it's not just that. You get the halo sprayer hydration treatment in that. You get some scalp massage, some scalp manipulation, and as well as it just adds so much value to the scalp health, because the water constantly running over the scalps really gives the opportunity for the hair, each individual hair strand, to absorb the nutrients that it needs to absorb, instead of just placing the conditioner on the hair and hoping that you got every strand. So that was the service that gives me the most consistent income in my salon. Offering the head spa has 10 times, got more people in my salon. Like I said, I'm not a one-night stand type of stylist, so it can be overwhelming. So when you do start offering this head spa service, you want to make sure you're mindful of who you want sitting in your chair and how you want your client journey to go. That was a mistake that I made. I saw the clients, I saw the money, and I was like, I just want to do everybody. And then you get burnt out. I got burnt out really fast because I have a toddler. I'm trying to do head spas. I'm trying to and it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. So be sure that you are mindful of how you want to grow. Because yes, new clients are coming. If you offering a head spa, they see that new service you're marketing on social media, yeah, they're going to want you to do it because it is an excellent service. So every stylist that I've educated, they are calling me like, oh my God, Rayshawn, I am booked. Okay. My schedule is closed for 3 months. I've had a stylist in Utah. She's opened a whole new 2 new locations because she's offering the head spa in Utah. I'm like, oh my God. A young lady, she left her hometown and flew down to, where did she go? She went down to Georgia and Huntsville. That's where it was at. Yep, Huntsville, Georgia. And she actually now has a full book, and she just moved down there. Her first month, she did 5 figures. So I know that the head spa is like an amazing service, and the head spa definitely helps you attract new clients. Like literally, people, when they see that, they want the experience for sure. In order to keep those clients, you need to be sure that you're incorporating scalp health and not just using it as a luxury service, although it is. Thank you. Yeah, ask me what percentage of my current income comes from scalp care services. I would say about 35%. You know, it is, because I do probably, I'm only in a salon 2 days a week with my toddler, and I do a head spa each day, one head spa, because I'm not about to be dragging myself through the mud. And then I have other clients who don't need the head spa, so I want to make sure I leave time for them. The head spa is more of a time investment. So yeah, I would say about 30%. When I added scalp care services to my salon menu, it allowed me to charge more for my other services, because now I'm providing this in a different experience. Like I said, that halo sprayer was amazing. It was able, my silk press went from $80 to $150 just based off of that, because I'm now doing something completely different, adding a thing. And then, you really got to charge what you feel like you should charge. But I realized that adding that was such a benefit to my clients that my prices needed to go up. And then with the sew-ins, yes, my sew-ins are already a higher price item, but clients with sew-ins, they must have care of their scalp in between their sew-ins, because the sew-in stays in your hair for so long. You're trying to wash, you don't really get as much scalp attention. So having that scalp attention in between services, that literally changed the game, because every time that they got their sew-in taken down, they needed a head spa. So that was additional revenue right there. So absolutely, after offering the head spa, it changed the dynamic of my other services as well. After I start focusing on scalp health, I'm going to tell you, I dropped the ball when it comes to retail. I'm going to be honest. I know that there's so many things that I could put on the shelf and have clients retail. And I know retail is a big part of the business, and I'm working on it, I promise. But I did start retailing the spa beds. That is what changed the game for me, because once I realized I got that shampoo bed with the halo sprayer and the body massage, it was like literally people were like, oh, where do I get the bed? Where do I get the bed? Where do I get that bed? I want that bed. Where do I get that bed? And I was like, you know what? I should probably read. And so I retail this bed. Duh. And so I started retailing the bed, and that changed everything. Now, when it comes to a stylist who may not be retailing the beds, like there are the shampoos that you want, you can retail. I mean, you can retail everything, but now you can retail scalp massagers. You can retail the infrared lights that they can use on their head at night, on their heads at night. Like you can retail the oils. That was a big one for me. I didn't even think about that. A big one. I started retailing essential oil little regimens that went along with their exact scalp health issues. So that, yes, hands down, the head spa changed everything for my business. Everything. So it's just like, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. If I had to put a number on it, I would say the head spa has probably made me an additional $10,000 to $12,000 a year additional. Well, let's see. So that's two. If I do like a 2 a week, that's like $500 additional dollars. And then that's $2,000 a month, and that's $24,000 a year. So I did the math wrong. So for 6 months, I made an additional $12,000, and for a year, I generated an additional $20,000 to $24,000 a year in head and scalp care services, because the head spa is a luxury service. It is a high price service, and when you know and specialize in scalp care, you literally can position yourself as an expert and charge those top tier prices. And listen, honey, I'm an expert. Okay. And I absolutely love what I do. And I actually change lives. I do change my clients' scalp health. I do make their hair grow longer. I do prevent their hair from falling when their hair is falling out. So those are all of the things. It wasn't about the money. It's about the value that I can provide for my clients. But that right there, yeah, I would say a good $20,000 to $24,000 a year was added to my salon revenue just from offering the head spa service. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a hairstylist who is interested in offering scalp care services and you don't really know how to incorporate it, you don't really know what to charge, you're not for sure what essential oils to use, you won't know how to do the scalp massage, like anything that you want to learn when it comes to incorporating scalp care services into your salon menu, hit your girl up, okay? We got in-person classes coming up here, February, March, and April, 3 different locations. We're going to be in Cleveland, Toledo, and Florida. Okay, so I'm super, super grateful for the lives that I have changed, and I hope that I can be a positive part and asset to your journey. If you want more information, please click the link in the bio, click the link in the description, wherever it is, and I'll see you guys in class next year, 2026. Let's get it popping, baby.